Winston Churchill called it the Charge of the Light Brigade, and it went on for much of 1941. Blenheim bombers from the RAF-2 group attacked enemy shipping at low level in the Channel. They suffered heavier losses than any other fighting arm in the Second World War. Such appalling sacrifice will hopefully never be needed again. 50 years on, and the Gulf War brought home the clear message that aerial warfare has been changed forever by the advances in robotic technologies. The Allied forces were able to launch precision missile attacks on specifically programmed targets from surface ships and submarines many miles away. In the coming years, new technologies already in use in the air and under the sea are going to be in use on the battlefield. This will reduce both the risk and stress upon troops trained to operate in the most forward positions, and will allow the exploitation of new tactics.
I see two principal areas of benefit. First, unmanned ground vehicles offer us the prospect of operating in radically different operational ways. Although men die in battle, commanders are constrained by the need to minimize casualties wherever possible, and indeed that pressure has never been greater. Removing the crew could, as I've said, enable us to operate in radically different ways. Secondly, manpower costs as a percentage of the defence budget continue to rise inexorably, and this reduces the amount of money available for equipment enhancements. Unmanned ground vehicles clearly offer us the prospect of major reductions in manpower costs. For both of these reasons, therefore, the UK initiative under the M.A.R.D.I banner is a very welcome step forward.
The Mobile Advanced Robotics Defence Initiative was launched in August 1988 and is a collaborative venture involving the Defence Research Agency, many of the leading names in the British defence industry, and 2 universities. The M.A.R.D.I technology demonstrator operates in a field environment and illustrates the integration of many technologies which will be required in future robotic vehicles. The M.A.R.D.I system, comprising a mobile command center and a robotic remote vehicle, represents a major step forward in supporting the UK's development of technical and conceptual planning for robotic systems. The remote vehicle is based on a chassis from the Scorpion family of armored vehicles and can maneuver at speed over all types of terrain. This vehicle was chosen as it is reliable, in service, and provides a large flatbed platform on which control equipment can be mounted without space restriction. The M.A.R.D.I demonstrator is not a development prototype, it's for demonstrating robotic technologies, which is far more important at this stage. The scientific team is tasked to achieve remote control out to a range of 7 kilometers at speeds of up to 40 kilometers per hour across all types of terrain. Their work could lead to robotics on the battlefield of literally all shapes, sizes, and differing capabilities. But more of that later.
We want to advance the understanding in the military community of robotics, both the capabilities and the limitations. We think this is essential to building confidence in those technologies and in stimulating debate in the military community on identifying the most promising applications for development.
The remote vehicle is equipped to perform reconnaissance missions that could involve surveillance, artillery forward observation, and target acquisition roles. The vehicle has a dual communication system, a fiber optic link, and a microwave radio. Fiber optic is a primary method of communicating with the vehicle. It has very great benefits in a military perspective. It is secure, it is resistant to countermeasures, and it can support several high-definition television channels. However, it must remain vulnerable to battle damage, and a backup radio system will be necessary for the longer-range applications. The command center is the nerve center of the system and is controlled by 2 operators, a commander and a driver. The commander has the job of planning and supervising the mission using a map display with overlays. He also communicates with the higher levels of command. Here we see surveillance being carried out using the microwave radio link. Firstly, the wide field of view. Switching to the narrow field of view for higher magnification. Surveillance and target acquisition is carried out by the commander. He has a laser rangefinder, and the target position is immediately displayed on his map. The driver has 3 monitors, a map display and the controls, and can receive pictures using high-resolution driving images via the fiber optic or microwave radio link. Alternatively, driving is possible at lower speed with low-resolution images achieved over a 16 kilobit per second VHF radio link. When the vehicle is stationary, the driver becomes the gunner and engages targets as directed by the commander. The remote vehicle carries 3 types of weapon. A light anti-armor weapon for short-range direct fire, the training version using a spotting rifle, a sim-fire laser is used to simulate long-range direct fire, and a 7.62mm chain gun for self-defense. These show that remote engagement of targets is easily achieved. It also has a smoke generator, which is capable of producing a large area of smoke screen. Further trials will see improvements in single crew operation, which is already possible.
For the future, we shall be concentrating our research on making the communications link more robust, providing alternative radio frequencies, making the command centre more covert, and providing an intelligent communications manager on the remote vehicle. Beyond that, we shall be moving towards autonomy by introducing more artificial intelligence on the vehicle itself.
Here, we see the first stage in the move towards autonomy. The commander designates the destination on the map display and any particular waypoints en route. The vehicle executes this single mission without further information from the operator. While M.A.R.D.I is the flagship of the research in military robotics, scientists and engineers in the DRA have also designed 4 other robotic vehicles, each of which demonstrates different features. The first of these is known as Drift, driving remotely in following truck. It consists of a DROPS medium mobility load carrier fitted with a scatterable mine clearance device, known as SMCD. The aim is to clear tracks for convoys, at the same time protecting the driver by removing him to the safety of the second vehicle. Both the driving and the SMCD controls for the lead vehicle are laid out on the passenger side of the second vehicle. In the remote driving operation, the driver of the lead DROPS has 2 television pictures, one from a wide-angle camera looking ahead and one from a camera above its driving seat, surveying both the instruments and using the vehicle's mirrors to help maneuver in confined space. The vehicles are connected by an umbilical cable tensioned to avoid dragging, and they can travel at distances of up to 30 meters apart. The DRA are particularly concerned at this stage with 2 aspects. Firstly, investigating the teleoperation of the lead vehicle from a moving platform. Secondly, reducing the conversion time from manned to unmanned operations. They're confident that the system will be adaptable to a range of vehicles within the fleet. SHAP, a single Hägglunds automotive platform. This aims to achieve reliability and cost saving through use of in-service components, and the scientific team believe it could be used as a generic vehicle for several applications. The Hägglunds BV206 is steered by articulation between 2 cars. The system has been adapted to single-car operation by using a steering unit driven by a hydraulic pump mounted on the engine and controlled electronically. The vehicle is fitted with an arm adapted for digging as an example of a remotely operated mechanical task. HARP is a hybrid automotive research platform. It could have applications as a weapon carrier or for EOD purposes. It's designed to combine the easy control of electric vehicles with the agility and endurance of internal combustion, and to take advantage of cost saving through use of commercial equipment. Epicyclic differential gears are driven by electric motors of 150 watts each. The main propulsion drive is from an 8 horsepower industrial Honda via an automatic belt transmission and hydraulic gearbox. The steering is all electric, and propulsion can be either electric or petrol. The electric drive allows silent operation when the mission requires it. AS is an ammunition shuttle system. The object is to provide a simple method of carrying stores or ammunition repetitively between 2 points over rough terrain. The vehicle needs to be self-contained with the minimum of extraneous kit. A simple rope or cable is laid on the ground between the 2 rendezvous points, and the vehicle is steered to run astride the rope. The angle of the sensing hook, which loops over the rope, can control both the steering and speed of the vehicle. Dual hooks, front and rear, allow reverse motion. The technique is applicable to a range of low-cost, wheeled or tracked vehicles. Mobile robotics are also seen to have potential as moving targets. At present, light anti-tank weapon sub-caliber moving target practice is limited to the use of a few ranges with fixed installations, employing systems that operate on a known line of approach. A remote-controlled target tank from Hunting Engineering Limited is seen as a major step forward in providing realistic moving target practice for Law 80 sub-caliber outdoor training. Their easy-to-use mobile remote-controlled target system is both a low-cost and flexible innovation. The system comprises the Octad-T 8x8 wheel drive vehicle fitted with a radio control capability. The vehicle has been modified to accept a T62 tank target profile, and the vulnerable parts of the vehicle are suitably protected against spotting round direct hits and ricochet. Future development aims with the hunting target tank include investigating line-following capability to reduce the need for a full-time operator. So there you have it. Spearheaded by M.A.R.D.I, an example of a successful collaborative research program in the UK. The significant achievements in robotics to date are intended to stimulate debate and discussion in both military and Ministry of Defence circles, with the object of exploiting opportunities where the greatest payoff is likely to occur. And the last word to General Cowan.
We have seen a number of examples where robotics has the potential for carrying out a wide range of military tasks. It is important, therefore, that robotics technology, with its potential operational advantages and savings in manpower costs and soldiers' lives, is developed in a timely fashion so that it can be considered on its merits as an option for meeting future military requirements.